Yol's in a lot of trouble, and maybe they can control him, trying to reach that tier 1 tower in time. The slow, the stick charges is giving Yol the life. Skullfeld's diving in deep, but it's Nefrit who gets the kill on Whisper, and underneath the tower, Skullfield, Yol turns around.
Move when you consider he's against 2 heroes that are going to spam, and then a little bit of a taunt. He's going to go suicide of the tier 2 though, as expected. Skywrath, one of the best 4s at doing this, because your mana is effectively just, it represents.
Tusker has that potential save if things get a little bit more rough. But then you're playing around a Weaver who is always able to get this run and gets away from the sentry wall, which is planted in the lane. There's mid lane. Chris locked that orb. That'll do the job. Goodbye, Chris. You got to initiate into rage as well, so it's another target just like the Tiny. It feels very difficult to find a kill on, but on bottom lane, that's one you can go for. Weaver, Takuchi down, stick charges up the shards, holding Nefrit inside the trees. Yol gonna try and help out with a soul reveals a lot more life, and Whisper's actually got that fog on him. He can't escape free, but so Nefrit will find the kill. He'll burn the shrine. I don't know if that's really what he wanted to do as a support. Well, mid lane, Chris Luck on the run out. Silence dump. He's got a lot of life to work with. Shards come in. Skullfeld creates his space, and the snowball protects him from the orb from Nikwa. Singer's having his own battle as well. The orb will carry him back to the tier 1 tower. Chris Luck does not have enough life to survive. Yol will be on him. And Skullfeld, can he be punished as well for trying to help out his teammate Nikwa? Being bottled up so he can keep this chase going, having enough mana. He
got the hit off to deal the splash damage while then bottling his Sky and running back to CS. Incredibly efficient.
Bottom lane, I think Whisper's in trouble once again. Able to get the silence off, but support's coming in from Yol. Phase shifts up, but there's the soul rip. And Shikurichi again sitting right underneath the stacks. Yep. Stinger's tried and almost lost his life for it.
AA is not a real hero at this point in the game. I've played him many times as a 5 position. It is rough in an aggressive lane. And
I think Tusk gets dead once again. Got the snowball out. He's going down to the creep wave, staying under the tier 1 tower, but with the tombstone on the hill, it's going to allow War to keep this aggressive up into the tree lines. The shards are good, at least holding out the Weaver, but the vision was there from Yol. Whisper will get the...
Every lane going in favor of Wind and Rain, all 3 cores at the top of the net worth charts. And these 2 supports, man, they're both level 5. They've had so much game impact already.
Boogie's just running through the trees. He's got a Quelling Blade so he can keep cutting if he wants to. Begins his TP, but Chris Luck hits the avalanche. Will follow with the toss and
now, and he immediately rages after the taunt. There's no BKB piercing disable with the exception of that call. So now he finishes his Midas in the jungle.
They're really trying to go after this Tusk. Starting with the battle hunger. Even more movement speed for you. Close the distance. Wait for the call, or actually wait for the snowball. Support is on the way as well from Skywrath, so they'll have more than enough burst damage and control.
Items and just consistently looking to battle. Big Ancient stack for the Kunkka too. That's going to get him much closer to the Radiance when he finally does that.
But all the TPs coming into bottom lane. They just get a control on the puck. Call holding X-Mark. Ship Tart. The combination will hit nicely, buying enough time. But here comes Boogie. He gets the call over on the puck. Nefrit will die in the meantime in the side lane, but with Undying up, Yol dropping the tombstone.
This is not looking great for Beastcoast. Definitely the favorites coming into this, but like Rich said on the stage, perhaps a dark horse in this Wind and Rain team. Another smoke. They're going to look for Lifestealer.
Hey, they go. Blink, call, and Mystic Flare. Actually waiting out the rage perfectly. Yol is...
Play themselves. Tiny doesn't have his own blink. He's still 1,000 gold away.
They're trying onto the cover of smoke if someone will walk into them, but Undying as well as Axe coming together. The smoke will break. Shard, Snowball, and with the Ice Blast flying in, this can be problematic at least for Boogie. And Sentry planted behind the tower, so Chris Luck will be scouted out by this. Yep. And Nico instantly into the trees. And the Ice Blast is coming in. They're looking for him. While the X-Mark, Snowball, that'll cancel that combination. And Tony very aware that he's visible on the bottom, while Skullfeld surrounded by 3 heroes in this mid lane. Another X-Mark. And Shard just trying to mess with them. He doesn't really have anything else to do though. With a Snowball being on cooldown for another 8 seconds, all he can do is just punch Nefrit up, but he can't run away from this. Up the hill, no mischance. Down he'll go, while down on bottom lane, the battle has continued. The tier 1 tower has already been brought down by Whisper. They want to follow up. Boogie's being pushed back out, so is Nikwa, and they have it with the orb damage. Nikwa will fall. Whisper joining himself further across, and he actually dodges the Axe call, but with Weaver arriving, no longer can Stinger stand here. In fact, Stinger can just die here inside the trees, which is getting his own X-Mark and Torrent combination. Whisper, he's got to time this perfectly with the jaunt, and no, he gets pulled back by the X-Mark.
You're always going to be outnumbered, and your mid game is not nearly as formidable as this Wind and Rain lineup. Like there's really not much you can do as Beastcoast other than kind of throw your bodies at the enemy and pray you buy enough time for Hector to come through. Top, Boogie's looking to set up again, just playing patty cake with Nico. They're gonna maybe get him. Oh,
That TP took a lot longer than he really hoped it would, and with the silence out, the rage not there, Lifestealer gets picked.
Skywrath Axe, man. You find anybody, they're dead. Whisper, unconventional.
Okay. Y'all thought it was worthwhile to come out and get one decay off, but Tuskar's saying he'll drop the tombstone, but that just means Undying and his tombstone will die.
You can take this fight, Toby. You're not going to kill a Weaver with 1560 HP, and the entire lineup of Wind and Rain is backing him up.
At least the double damager is going to wear off before it begins.
Radiant's bottom.
That's their upside.
You do not want to be here. Beastcoast is not a fight you want to take.
It's like, maybe we can just get a pick off. Hey, Undying, can you walk up this hill? Ice Blast, just kill him off. You remove that big element of the team fight. And Puck just TP'd back, but he went all the way back to base. Lifestealer still doesn't want to be here. As you said, like, he doesn't want to get involved until the Radiance is up. The Ancients he's farming at the moment will help him with that. Chris getting a little too close to War. They feel strong. There's your blink call. Exact combination snowball. He'll buy some extra time and away from the ship. X-Mark will pull Chris back, but here comes Whisper. In for a quick double silence. There's still enough damage from the Conquer. The Dream Call only catching out on 2. And Nefrit's picking up the support heroes. They need more support to come in for Beastcoast to fight this.
Get the aggression going. You are so powerful right now.
Now, Raze is too far away. There's your blink silence. Weaver's in a lot of trouble. That Ice Blast is connected on the big core hero. A lot more effective killing off the support, while Tuskar thinks he can close the distance over on the Skywrath mage, but Boogie and Yol ready to continue their battle out, and Tuskar, he's in deep with no friends. Even Chris TP's over towards the shrine, able to get the avalanche off with the silence on Conquer. Very tanky, they're still battling into the Radiance. Boogie will create some space by getting the call onto the Lifesteal, pulling him away from the primary target. Who are they going to kill? Everyone's trying to go on every different target. Maybe this one, Undying. Nope.
Why is he the furthest forwards inside the base? Just obtain map control on that high ground and just hit the building. The only way Beastcoast find kills is if they get these blink bursts to work.
Blink and burst.
Sort of objective.
There's no Roshan. There's aggression attacking in. The Dire Observer will break. Rage, he gets off in time. K1 still being called back over towards Boogie, but can negate a large amount of the damage. He needs a little bit extra help. Tani is there. Tuskar TP's in, but right underneath, 5 heroes silenced up. There was no snow.
They don't have the confidence to get in there, and they don't have the vision that they're in the pit either.
A nice Ice Blast would be good for a scout. They're throwing the ship, they're throwing everything else. Combination apparition. Here she flies. The timing should actually be pretty good. No, it's a half a second too late.
Otherwise, just Lifestealer in your vicinity means you're forced to sit on the outskirts of the fight or just walk into it.
Oh, Skullfeld, it just seems to go from bad to worse for him. He's going to snowball, dodge the call, dodge the torrent, dodge the ship. Nope, the ship's going to chase him and then hit. And we've seen Whisper do this time and time again. Like, going for the BTs next, but it's the Dagon. Like, you talk about the burst combination. Chris, he's hanging around to get the last hit on the tower, and that's not just going to be 1, 2, 3, it's going to be 4 heroes coming to kill the Tiny. And they're both about to time out anyway. But the pressure onto the tier 3 tower on bottom lane. Whisper just is continuing this pressure. Okay, now he'll finally get rid of the Warden. I think it was actually his very last second. But support has already come over. They got the information. You'll set her up. Actually dodging the silence, but it won't be able to dodge the call. Ancient Apparition will...
Because even if Sky gets a silence off on you, there's absolutely nothing you can do.
Tiny, he walked into that one. Snowball save.
There you go.
We go once again with the Shartron blocking the Skywrath mage. They have the extra combination coming in. Chris Luck's already fallen down, but K1 raged up, trying to kill off Nikwa. They have enough damage to get through him as well. But who's the next target? It's now 4-on-1. Puck's coming through the rear, but there's just not enough support. It's going to be the call, keeping K1 in position. And Whisper, he's looking, but he knows he can't do anything. K1 is taking through. Maybe they can. A 3-man coil. K1 trying to go full RTZ. The Ice Blast is coming in too. They're so low on life. Finish him to get the hell out of there, Puck. He's trying to orb as well. The Yosef defensive. Then the drawn away to safety. Lifestealer could not get away from this.
As soon as they feel pressure in one lane, heroes in the other get aggressive. And sure, you're looking for a fight, but it's just going to be another 2-for-2 bounty rune exchange. You take that if you're Beastcoast. You still don't want to fight. You need more time out of your Lifestealer.
Actually got the chill over on the Weaver. He'll be able to time-lapse off the damage. BKB's up as well. Chris Luck already begin to TP out, but the damage output is just way too hard and fast.
As a level 19 Skyrath.
They want to keep going. Tusker, no snowball available, but then again, same thing for Conker. He doesn't go with the torrent, he doesn't need it. But can they push high ground ball with the Tigers and Cheese? Can they still take the fight against Beastcoast? Here comes your Ice Blast once again.
Winneray move is 5. There's 3 heroes from Beastcoast farming different areas of the map. They don't mind this space at all, but it could be go time here.
Yeah, I think so too. Fortification's trying to slow down the push on top lane. Dire will fortify as well. They really want to keep that momentum going inside the base. I think it's time for Puck to come home. Put that Dagon to use. He'll be a level 2. He'll buy. The tombstone's already been planted up on the hillside. Taking a couple hits, K1 will come in. Rage just needs to get rid of it. Here comes Whisper, able to get the silence over on the Undying with the Avalanche toss combination. It hits hard, but not hard enough. You've still got Weaver in the backlines causing issues for Whisper. He's lost half of his life, but still has the Aegis the Immortal to work with. The bugs come out too. No real clip, however. Skullfeld's the only one really being pressured. He will die. No buyback available for him. And we're going in deep for war. They found Whisper with a phase shift. He'll dodge the call. And then she gets back all the way back into Fountain. Buyback comes in from the Ancient Apparition. Undying is dead, but how long can War sustain this fight? You've got K1 ready to go once again. The BKB from Wish will trigger, but Whisper ready to jump once more, looking for that target to go on.
Respawned as well.
There's your jump. Doesn't find it, however. This.
1.5 minutes left on the Aegis. Plenty of time. And look,
Tusker's waiting for the save. He's waiting for someone to initiate on K1. He used the Infest, just trying to get rid of these catapults. Stop the damage to the tier 3 tower. Here comes your call, but the snowball save is right there in time. We're still holding K1 there with a Hex out. Chris Luck, he's also copying the ultimate from the Skywrath. A double up on that. They're just barely alive. Boogie needs more control. The Avalanche, unaffected the Weaver, still protected by that immunity of the BKB. Tusker will fall. 5x available. He may as well committed as Boogie. He is so close to the Fountain. You are at the Fountain. Trying to take this fight. Too deep, he'll end up falling down. The double buybacks are there. Tusker and Tiny, they want more. And Chris Luck tossing Whisper forward. Now Skullfeld in with a flip around. Nefrit gonna try and put his damage to the test. He's already lost his Skywrath mage. The cleave from Chris, bringing down Yol. It's a triple kill for K1. And maybe there's enough to disarm the Aegis Immortal. It's gonna break. You've still got Whisper here as well. Maybe he can actually bring down Wish. No, BKB is there to stop that any kind of burst damage. But the Avalanche clipping the Weaver on the retreat out. He has the distance. Parked up where Whisper has a crit wave hitting into this tier 3 tower.
I like how he's playing it conservatively too. You don't want to get caught in the base. It's happened once before. You don't want it to happen again.
Whisper's like, wait, can I actually do this?
Yeah, you can. Nah, it's so sick.
Yulls him up, cancels the
Now they go straight mid.
and now they go towards Boogie. Cold Feet yulls him up. The timing a little bit off, but however, it will open wounds up from K1. Force the BKB from the Axe. That's down to 7 seconds while Snowball chasing the Weaver. It won't be close enough, and then a quick blink away, but Axe faster on the blink in. Catching Skullfeld over in the tree line, and Weaver will go ham. Ancient Apparition is like paper to this bug, and Chris Luck needs more space, needs more distance, able to get it with the BKB TP out, while Whisper is cutting the wave. They don't have any waves to push in with.
It's just such a good item. Ooh, nice blink away from the Tusk. Might be in trouble though.
X-Mark's gonna catch him. Skullfeld, number 15. Same amount of levels as deaths on the hero. For this one, it will spawn in 2 seconds. The courier scouting it out, but so do the Lifestealer illusions.
Timing.
And it spawns just before the illusion will die. So what happens? You add the pressure on bottom. Whisper is taking the tier 3 tower. Wish will arrive. He'll start off with a Hex. The Torrent well off his target, however. Do they have enough to do this? A quick phase shift on Puck. Where's he going to go? He goes east. Stinger is nearby. Defensive Yule Step. The K1's also arriving. You've got everyone coming to the party. Wish he has to BKB to avoid this. And Chris Luck, he gets the Avalanche. Here comes your Ice Blast to connect on Nefrit. He's still got the ability to jump out once again as he holds his ground. Trying to fight K1, but it's now 1v5. A TP, and anyone's got a stun. You still lost the Puck. And that's a big pickup.
There's a DD on Weaver.
And you're gonna lose Skullfeld.
Oh yeah.
0-16 unless your teammates can help. A quick avalanche out, but Weaver with a double damage rune. Alright, Stinger. He'll jump in as well. He'll TP out.
Drone save behind them.
Who's gonna grab it? It's an Axe.
Oh, okay.
And with a Scepter AoE of 400.
Cool. I think it's overall damage.
Done mid. Avalanche. Weaver getting caught out. The Ice Blast comes in, so he's shielded. He's still got his time lapse available, but can they break the Aegis Immortal so early? No, they can't. Time lapse. It gets off. And Tusker. No, not again. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine.
And that right there, you can see why they pick Weaver against the AA. He's can time lapse. He can Ice Blast it.
This is a good call. Able to get that control over much damage as they really got. The Yulsep keeps Weaver around this fight for the moment. K1 rages up. Weaver runs in. Here comes your avalanche. Toss Scoffo once again. He doesn't have the time left available. They'll flip him and they'll break the Aegis to the Immortal. K1 still wants to be a man and continue to fight through this one. So does Chris Luck. Toss is up. They're trying to get rid of the Tombstone back into base. You're so close to your high ground. The Dream Call will allow that position to bail out and get Beastcost back up the hillside. K1 trying to do the best he can. Oh my God! Chris Luck, Aghanim is online with the Dago as well. We're trying to protect himself with Skullfell. Can he get revenge? No! He actually has Walrus Punch on for 1 more second. Tiny is trapped down. Boogie will be able to dunk him. They still haven't gotten rid of this Tombstone. K1, he'll infest at least mop up along the way, but now he wants to mop up Boogie. The BKB to keep going and going and going, but they've got the puck caught out. He's protected. The Aeon Disc buys the extra time. Phase shift, dodging the boats, blinks off cooldown. He'll go up to the hill. Whisperer is away, but War came here for a reason. They want to enter the base. And that's exactly what they'll do. 5 heroes up. Tiny is down, but K1, the front liner for Beastcoast, still ready to defend. Whisper ready to jump. Dream Call cooldown 7 seconds time. There's your jump. Silence in the back lines. K1 needs a little bit more time to get back to Tier 4 towers. He's able to disengage. That's huge for him. The shots not blocking him. Boogie forced up the way to safety, but deeper in. Ancient Apparition will go down, but Undying cold feed it up. He feels a little too deep, and he's punished by K1. Another Tombstone will drop inside the base. Beastcoast rapidly defending, but K1 stands his ground. These Dream Calls making it impossible to escape. A TP from which, how much damage have you got? Not enough to kill him, but you got a good shot to control Nefrit with the Walrus Punch. Your time lapse off the damage. It just keeps going and going and going. Up to Weaver, past the Tier 3 tower. They get the snowballs done, and they bring down the raid boss. Nefrit will die.
He used it outside of base. His blink canceled by the Radiance. And you can't kill Whisper either. It's just such a difficult setup.
Oh, the creep. It dies. They were looking for that TP support to arrive so Boogie could keep the control over on Whisper. And now Whisper's like, well, I kind of want to have a crack at this myself. Boogie able to get the call. Skyrat is walking over. Here comes your orb, but jaunt away from Whisper. Still affected by the battle hunger. I'm not feeling that life. He'll feel the snap of the Dream Call. The Ice Blast looking for the trees in case it's going to TP out, but not going to happen. Instead, Tusker in the backlines. Yulscepter allows him to dodge that big Mystic Flare. And now Stinger comes in through the rear as well. He's got that big extra damage through the Chilling Touch to help bring down Nequa. More TP support coming in, and Boogie, he started this whole thing, and he may be the one to die. A fortification keeps the creep wave up for a bit, sure, but Boogie, a blink away. The shards don't hold him there. And the volley out of position.
Lifestealer a little isolated on the side, but just dancing with the Kunkka. With no Weaver, they don't want to have to be forced to use his buyback, and Beastcoast know this. That's why they're playing so aggressively. Nequa now, such a high level, 24, and so squishy. If he goes down, he's dead for 140-something seconds. I'm going to be really cautious now on the Sky.
You know what I like most, Kyle? I pause this resolves quickly. And then straight into a fight. Smoke's gonna break. K1 hexed up. Skullfell still sitting behind. It's like, if you need help, I'm here. As he walks around with a gem, now X-Mark Torrent. He needs to try and dual dodge this, unable to do so. In fact, now the volley from Chris Luck. The positioning is fantastic. The Ice Blast coming in too, which is taking so much damage, but the Ice Blast, it hits so hard. They've still lost Skullfell.
No buyback on Tusk.
Oh, that's problematic. Nefrit and a little deep, gonna burn his BKB nice and early on. Puck able to join himself away to safety, going down the lane, protected once again by the Aeon Disc, but they get the sun off. The Hex on Puck as well, while the double Mystic flares.
Trying to press your advantage here.
Especially if if Beastcoast can catch out Boogie. He's running for the 50-minute bounty runes, but under the cover of an Invis rune, he feels very safe.
And I think you've got to play a little more conservatively. I say that.
Boogie. By the Ice Blast for the BKB, once again for protection. Nefrit will move over. K1 ready to fight. Y'all, what's he want to do? No Tombstone available for him, so he misplays down the Axe with the Avalanche. They get through the Axe buyback to bubble. Puck's coming in through the rear, and with a volley, Chris Luck from inside the trees. Nefrit just gets exploded, and with a Yulscepter, have they got more control to kill off Yul? You bet they do.
And yeah, it's a little late to be saying this, but considering he has 17 deaths, but Stinger's got to be a little more conservative now. His numbers are just fine. He has no buyback. He cannot be initiated on again once he finally gets back into this.
There's your buyback from the Weaver. K1 just trying to get rid of the Tier 3 tower under the cover of his rage. Able to do so, even gets an easy bash onto the Kunkka. But it's enough to make Beastcoast think that maybe we should start falling back. Still 2 heroes down. The numbers advantage is their way.
Yeah, Tiny actually TPing back in with some mangoes and bottle charges because K1 was out of mana.
They're looking to jump once again. Hey, get rid of the bugs. Can't Can't use those daggers. Axe still doesn't feel it. 6 seconds till Skyran. 6 seconds until you get the magical damage. What's the worst you're going to lose? What, a melee racks in mid? All right, that's going to be it. Beastcoast locked down a hero.
I'm trying to think. It's unfortunately, it's just not. It's not going to kill Whisper. And it, you know, Lifestealer could still rage.
Ancient Apparition is such a juicy target. K1 comes around the back, however, gets the Abyssal Blade stun off. Undying's gonna die so quickly. The Tombstone comes up, he's trying to get rid of it. Avalanche, it's good from Chris Luck, creating some space with the Ice Blast. They at least get the chill effect. Tusker, of course he's dead. That's the way we start every single fight. Oh, Eva! Oh, he didn't get the time lapse off. The Dream calls home the rest of war here. There's not enough damage coming in from the Skyrats either. It's all just totally dodged by the phase shift. Axe trapped out. He has no more forensic in hell, but even a volley being tossed his way. The bite is as bad as the bark as Undying goes to the trees. Puck will be there, Tiny as well. The toss. No, it's just going to be an avalanche of mules to stop the Undying from completing that path out. 3 heroes to go down once they find him. He'll punch once. And maybe actually kill off Stinger. Another Tombstone being dropped, but 3 heroes down. All onto the creep wave. Here's Puck, here's AA. K1 being your front liner without the buybacks. They don't even need to kill off the tier 3 tower. I think they're just being safe about this, claiming that second melee.
The bottom is already exposed as well, so they could claim Megas quite easily here. Chris looking to pick up a DD and head straight back towards the squad.
55 minutes and more. The only upside about being Megad right now is the fact that you'll probably still be in the game. It will take a minute to do this, Megas. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe they just attack so fast.
So they might be able to kill the entire base if you'd like. Oh, this guy has so much damage. Hey, it's just, you know, again, one more mistake, great win.
It's a team game. It's the life of support. I'm interested to see if he can die twice more, but here comes Wind and Rain. They get the Hex off with a nullifier, trying to kill the Ancient Apparition very quickly, able to do so. Buyback is available, able to do so with him, and the Ice Blast is already flying forward. K1, the big man to fight Aegis, well as the hands of Whisper. It did go the way of the Dire, and they still want to keep this battle going inside the pit. Here comes your Ice Blast. Everyone's just grouping up, so this will actually connect. And the shards hold them in the pit, splitting up war, so they can't even find the target they want. Nefrit, now he finally does, killing the Ancient Apparition with a dieback. Nefrit has himself a triple kill, and needs to convert this into even more. The Tusker, he'll go down, an ultra kill for Nefrit. He needs to keep going. Now Chris comes in with the avalanche. They bring down the Weaver. He was going godlike, but the bigger god is K1. They take the fights. The buyback still coming in from war. Thing back up for Puck. Get him to the front lines.
Dude, they killed, that was just a coil into a tree volley and everybody died, man. That's gotta be it. There's 3 heroes dead forever.
Kunkka, they're on top of him. Chris Luck just getting burned down by the Mystic. And if Skullfeld dies again, he'll actually make it 20. K1 coming closer towards the fountain, able to get the Basher off the Abyssal, slowing down the Skyrant Mage, the tier 4 towers, the primary attack. Tuskar's on almost no life in the back lines. Another Abyssal Blade stun over on the Kunkka. The orbs fly forward. Tuskers actually have a huge blink to dodge these. The tier 4 towers are forcing them away. Kunkka's got good clearance. And Lifestealer TPing back. He needs more mana. He doesn't need more life. And now he's BTing him. Tusker yulsing up in the air, making sure he's going to be fine. Complete the TP4. Kunkka BKB missing flames going to work once again, but Kunkka has to buy back. Still a huge creep wave. They can clear this off with the Tidebringer, so it's still a hard work to do. 23 seconds before War will have their players back up again. The Hex is currently on the Lifestealer, probably the worst target they want to go on. They have to try and get Whisper, they have to try and get Skullfeld, while K1 still sealed up. The never-ending boats arrive. 10 seconds until Weaver. They're buying time. Now Tusker protected by the snowball. He'll have the Aegis Immortal break for the moment. That means second time they have to get through another life of the Puck. Whisper trying to retreat back out. They can't get the control. Creep Wave is still pushing onto the fountain. Beastcoast, they're going to let the pressure up for the moment and retreat back out again. Ready for anything else?
This is it. The final onslaught, Beastcoast, surrounding the base, looking to push in with the creep waves. Only the throne left to slay. The last structure remaining.
K1 reveals himself, runs in, quick, bash hit onto Nefrit. They get the punch. He needs to get out of here. Buyback. At least it's available for the Abyssal Blade. So now on Undying, double Tombstones. They're out and about. This is a good call. Backlines onto Skullfeld. Oh, he's actually going to go down. That's 20 deaths for him. Oh boy, but it looks the BKB from Boogie is such a low duration now. Chris Luck uses whatever tree he's got inside the base, doesn't have a lot to work with, but Whisper, another quick silence. This will be the die back over on Nefrit, unless he can get something up, and he can, back into the fountain. But the Ancient, it's exposed. There's a lot of creeps arriving. Beastcoast, they're low on life. It feels like Nikwa thinks he's got something he can work, but only if Boogie can get himself a blink call. Stinger's the only one in range. Even the BT down. Kunka looking for a target, but it's a full retreat from Beastcoast. Down they get the Hex. Stinger, he's got support. Chris Luck's nearby. They get the kill at least.
Tree falling.
But what is the sacrifice? Axe just cannot walk away from this combination.
He's got the casual Axe. He's looking to consume it in just a second to try and drag, I guess, players into a huge combo. That is their one play. Perhaps you get a 3 or 4 man stun combo. Things switch up.
He needs a push. He needs a save. He needs something right now. Weaver getting into the back lines, killing off Chris. Yes, he will with the help of the Skyride Mage. Mystic Flare. Wish is still holding strong in the stun. It connects on K1. Having got the damage output. He'll infest, gets a little bit more back. There's the seal, there's the control. There's the seal, but he breaks free with that Manta Star, but it won't stop Weaver from continuing to chase. Whisper gets hit so hard. This Weaver, he packs a punch.
Oh, hey, look, the AA. Oh, the Tusk. I'll go kill them. Whereas Boogie can then find a nice call. Somebody gets a Hex off. Things switch up.
Gonna come out. They're gonna try and use this early Hex. Try and get an instant pick off. Force up the call. Boogie getting 2 crits on the screen. Space with so much damage from Nikwa. And it's on the double kill. Weaver's in the back line too. Looking towards the tiny. The boat is able to connect. They're gonna isolate Chris Luck. He'll go down. 3 heroes without buyback available. They're taking this battle. They don't want this. Nefrit's moving away. The creep wave's only got 2 range creeps. It's gone. They fortified the dire wave as well. The time is being bought by Whisper, just like it has throughout this entire game. And a Rapier is now on the field. Ah, come on. This is how you begin Hamburg. Bring in that big damage from the Weaver.
Oh, he does not have gold through buyback right now. Lifestealer.
Oh, the call. Barely missing, but the Dream Coil catching out 3. They're inside the base. And the green wave has arrived. X-Mark, everyone's moving around. The puck ends up over on the north line. Seal it back to the front lines. Chasing down to the Axe. 5 heroes up. Buyback's available for both the AA as well as the Tiny now. It's actually arrived with the money.
There is no buyback on this lifestealer. He's got to be so careful. Should sell phase boots or something to ensure he's got it.
They're attacking into it. Remember, Rapier protected at all costs. Here